So clubs are now so important in Brawl Stars because we have club leagues, and a major source of your progression in the game is gonna come from the rewards that you get from Club League. Now, some of you brave souls out there are wanting to start your own club, and luckily I've got plenty of experience with that. I've ran clans and clubs in Clash of Clans, Clash Royale, and I have 3 clubs as part of a club family in Brawl Stars, all of which are doing really well heading into club leagues. And it's definitely hard to build a club if you're not someone who makes YouTube videos like me, but there is definitely still hope. So I've got plenty of tips that you can just go step by step through and make your own club and make it successful. So the first thing you do when making a club is choosing a name for your club. Now, this isn't the absolutely most important thing when making a club, but it does have a pretty significant impact on whether or not people are gonna join your clan. The main thing is you just want to keep it professional, make sure it's capitalized, and that way people aren't going to be driven away when they see your club name. If it's like uncapitalized or has like a spelling error or something, people are probably gonna think it was like thrown together last minute and sort of subconsciously not want to join your club. And now if you really want to game the system, you can just make your club name a single letter followed by like a hashtag or a $ or some weird special symbol. And the reason is because if you just look up a single letter in the club search bar, it shows the results alphabetically. And so what comes first alphabetically is actually those special symbols before the A's, B's, and C's. And so if someone just types in a random letter like B and the beginning of your club name is B followed by a hashtag, then you're gonna show up right at the top when they search that letter because yours would come first alphabetically. But if you don't want your club name to have that in it, then you can just skip that step. It's not the most important thing in the world. You can still make a perfectly fine club without completely gaming the system. Then you move on to the club description. And now you don't want to put too much in this when you're first creating a club. You do want to keep it professional, sort of like I was talking about with the club name, but it really doesn't matter what you put in there. Just make sure you're not putting in anything that would scare away anyone from joining for any particular reason. Like if you're saying you're kicking people for so-and-so reason, maybe because they're inactive or because they don't get you enough points in club leagues, that might scare away some people who maybe aren't as active with the game and just want a chill club to join. And at the beginning, your main priority should just be get as many people as possible to join this club. Trust me, you can make the club more competitive down the road, but you really need people first and foremost. And so you don't want to say you're going to kick out people before people even join, because then they might be less inclined to join. Also, if you want to make a Discord server for your club, I think that's also a great way to connect with the people in your club outside of the game. So you can also advertise that in your description as well. It definitely makes the club seem like it's a lot more put together, right? If someone's looking through clubs and they see, oh, this club has a Discord server, that must mean they've got their stuff together. They know what they're doing. And then step 3 with the club creation is the rest of the club settings. So I would pretty much recommend you always start out with a 0 trophy requirement and the invite settings set to open. You just want to get people coming into your club. You don't want any barriers to entry for anyone. Obviously, you want your club to do well and you want great players in your club. Like I said before, that's gonna come later down the road. If you want to actually build your club first, you need as many people as possible. It doesn't matter how good they are at the game. So 0 trophies and open, I would always say is the best bet when you're starting out. As for family friendly, that's personally up to you. Probably you're gonna get more kids and younger people to join your clan, right? If it's family friendly, and kids can tend to be a bit less loyal when it comes to the club. So down the road, they might leave the clan unexpectedly, but it's really a small issue and you're probably gonna have members cycle through your club at the beginning anyway. So it's just up to personal preference whether or not you want to go family friendly. Now, the next step for making a great club is to scroll down and click the subscribe button and then click the little bell next to the subscribe icon and click all. That way you're going to be notified whenever I post a new video. And this is even about clubs, but it'll be super helpful if you want to get better at Brawl Stars because I post tons of helpful videos every single week. Okay, so the actual 4th tip I have for you is that you need to get an initial group of 10 or so members to join your club right off the bat. And this is the most crucial step, I would say, because if you don't get that initial group of people, there's really no way for your club to take off and for it to get recommended. I'll talk a bit about that later as well. This is where if you have any friends at school or just at work, it's really good to get in touch with them and see if they'll join your club. Or if not many of your friends play Brawl Stars, you can go ask around on various Discord servers. There are places where you can advertise your club there. There's also probably subreddits for promoting your club. So you really just got to get your name out there and just show it to a bunch of people who may be interested in joining a new club. You can also post a comment down below, and if you're looking for a club, go check out the comments. And if you see something you're interested in, go and join them. That's been a great way on previous videos for people to get new members to their club, and the earlier you comment, probably the better results you're gonna get, but hey, it does not hurt to try ever. And once you do that, you're well on your way to a successful club, and here's why. If you look at the recommended clubs that I can get just from hitting the search tab, all of these have more than 10 members. No matter how many times I refresh these clubs, they all have more than 10 members, which means your club's not gonna get recommended unless it has more than 10 members. And once it does get recommended, it's really easy for just random people to come and find your club, and that's gonna make you grow super, super fast. But you have to cross that threshold of 10 members. And how are you going to do that if you're not getting recommended in game? You got to reach out to people outside of the game in real life, on Discord, on Reddit, in the comments. And that's why it's the most crucial step, because once you cross that 10 member threshold, boom, just like that, a bunch of people are going to be able to join your clan through this list of recommended clubs. And even once you do cross 10 members, you can still continue to advertise in the ways I was talking about before. It's just not as necessary because now a lot of people are seeing your club for free because you're recommended to other players, which is awesome. And if you want to just keep that growth going, just make sure you're active as possible. Try to get people in your club chatting, because that makes your club seem like a more fun place to be, and people will want to stay in your club when they do find it and join it. Even if you don't have a full club, make sure you're participating in club leagues, because people join clubs so they can get good rewards. So you want to make sure that your club is doing well in club leagues and getting those rewards for your members. That's going to get people to stay for sure. And then after that, you're at the final stages of making a really, really good club. Once you've filled up, you have 30 members, then you can start kicking out people who may be inactive for a while and may not be contributing to the club anymore, or are just at really, really low trophies. And if you want to make your club more competitive, then you can kick out a couple people at a time and then up the trophy requirement a little bit, and then better people will join your club. Now, if you don't really care about the competitive aspect of it, that's perfectly fine. I mean, everyone needs a club somehow, right? You don't want to make people feel left out, so you don't have to kick anyone, that's fine. Or you could just kick people who are inactive for a while. But by doing that, you'll slowly improve your clan and make it a more active and fun place to be, and eventually you can get that club to wherever you want it to be, whatever end goal you see, whether it's a super high level competitive club or just one of the most friendly active groups of people on Brawl Stars. You can get there by doing that sort of iterative process of kicking a couple people out at a time and then getting some more people to join back. Don't kick too many people at the same time, because the lower members you have, the less likely it is for random people to come and join your club. So I would usually only say 5 members at a time max, but that's the way to do it. But once you do, that's it. You've got your club. You're now the leader of an insanely successful club. Now go make that dream a reality.